This is the story of a very special place and some very special people. The place, the Kenai Peninsula, one of the most beautiful natural provinces on Earth. The people, a handful of young students who became convinced that a program called Caring for the Kenai could make the world around them a better place to live. They are people you might know, people a whole lot like you, young people in high schools throughout the peninsula. Their days and minds are filled with classes, sports, music, all the ordinary things of ordinary high school life. But in these particular lives, something extraordinary came along, and it changed them forever.
It is now 45 minutes after the hour. Our location this morning, the Kenai Peninsula, is a place where even Alaskans come on vacation. But 40,000 people live on this peninsula, and they are very mindful of the need to preserve the environment. So a contest called Caring for the Kenai is run every year when local students get involved, giving their ideas for preserving the environment. A fellow named Merrill Sikorsky is creator of the program, and he's joining us this morning, as is this year's winner, 16-year-old Serena Woods. And it's a pleasure to have you here. Where'd you come up with this idea?
Well, it's basically an environmental twist on John F. Kennedy's famous inaugural speech. We asked students, high school students, what can I do, create, invent, or improve to better care for the environment of the Kenai Peninsula, thus learning that we are all environmental decision makers. It's not just industry, nor the regulator's job to take care of the beauty that you've shown so well in Alaska.
Do you get a lot of entries every year?
We had over 500 this year. The teachers have actually made it a curriculum infusion and are assigning it because it brings about the inquiry process where a student then researches his own idea.
Now, most of the macro ideas to sort of preserve the overall environment or micro ideas that you can use in individual things like the home?
The diversity of ideas has been the whole spectrum, from major things that can be done for tidal generation to the moose vamoose.
Well, yeah, this is called a moose vamoose, is that right?
It was actually used yesterday to move a big bull moose away from the front yard of the creator, who was a freshman in high school, and he did all the welding, put it together, and it was one of our runner-ups this year.
It basically goes boom, is what it does.
It goes big boom. You use a little hairspray, a little propane gas here, and it just scares the moose away.
I love this idea. It says on here MV1.
MV1.
I think Moose Vamoose 1, right? What is that other thing you have here?
This was last year's winner, and it's a unique idea for using recycled cardboard as a replacement or in addition to oil boom. Because the oil floats on water, it absorbs this faster, giving it a buoyancy. Again, a high school freshman created this.
And this year's winner is?
Serena Woods.
And what did you win for?
Well, I created a curriculum for 3rd and 4th grade students that would help them become more aware of the problems concerning water. And I went into the classroom and I began teaching them, and the feedback I got back from them was a lot of positive feedback. It was really fun.
Now, what kind of things did you put in your curriculum?
Well, I addressed the 4 basic problems on the peninsula: water availability, chemical contamination, oil pollution, and thermal pollution. And the curriculum was based on activity sheets, games, and experiments that could be performed in the classrooms.
Do you kind of like the idea of being the teacher in all this?
It's fun. It's exciting to work with the kids. I get really nervous in front of the kids and stuff, but they have so many great ideas and stuff that it's fun, and it's just neat to see what the future holds.
What makes you more nervous, being on nationwide television or talking to kids in the 3rd and 4th grade classroom?
Talking to kids in 3rd and 4th grade classroom. It really is. The kids look at you like you're supposed to know the answer. And, you know, you have to show them that they're the ones with the answers of how to solve their future.
Now, does this program have applicability, do you think, in other parts of the country?
Oh, absolutely. What it does, Charlie, is it shows, as you've shown, the diversity in Alaska. What happens when you have a major employer like Unocal getting together with environmentalists, regulators, and educators for a common purpose of improving the environment? Working together is what we see in these kids' ideas.
Terrific idea. Thank you both for joining us. And we've shot the moose vamoose off earlier on. Proof of that, there's not a moose anywhere around. It is now 11.
It's important that everybody works together to help clean up our environment.
I think the way that people have been working together to help save the earth and Alaska is a really good idea, and I think the Caring for the Kenai has helped things a lot.
Well, I think if we work together, you can get a lot more done, and it'd be easier.
I think it's a really good idea when people work together to come up with ideas, because some people may be talented in some areas and some other people may be talented in other areas, and they can kind of pool those different talents and come up with a lot better solutions.
Kids have a lot of different perspectives on environmental problems that adults don't have, and so it's definitely a good idea for kids to group up and talk about these things, if not bring up new ideas on and acting on those ideas to improve our environment.
Everybody wants to fix the world, but they don't know what to do. They don't know where to start.
We have a lot of problems with our environment. There's a lot of work we need to do if we want to have any kind of a place for our children to live.
We're all gonna get the earth someday, and it'll be messed up if we don't all try and clean it up.
I do think we all need to be concerned about the environment.
Because, I mean, you only have one of them, and if you ruin it, you can never get it back.
Any other questions? We'll have one person on deck, backstage, preparing while the presentation before it is going on.
Now I can say good evening, everybody. I still don't know what my hand, but welcome to the 12th Annual Caring for the Kenai Environmental Awareness Contest. I would like you to welcome our first contestant tonight, and judges to mark your scoring sheets with number 219. 219. You come out, please.
When you're in elementary school, you learn things that you carry with you for the rest of your life, like writing, basic math, and reading, and problem-solving skills. So it makes sense that we should add recycling to this because it saves money, and it saves energy and trees, and it keeps the Kenai Peninsula looking great and feeling good about ourselves.
As you sit back, close your eyes, and relax, we're going to entertain you.
Special effects can't match the power of the human imagination. Radio, however, is a medium that taps into this amazing power.
Floodplains, as you can see, are lands adjacent.
The objective of my project is to allow wheelchair-bound people access to Kenai's wilderness with the least amount of impact on the environment.
What we need to get through to the younger generation is that they are crucial when it comes to care of the Kenai Peninsula.
2002, caring for the Kenai Wilderness.
Look around you. Take a good, hard look. What do you see? Clear blue skies, snow-capped mountains, the beauty of the inlet. They're all here. This place we call the Kenai is unique and one of the most beautiful spots anywhere. But it's not unique or beautiful because we made it that way. It was all here before us. A gift, a pristine environment, unspoiled by man or machinery. What we do today has a direct impact on the Kenai of tomorrow. It's not too late to change. The choice is ours. Caring for the Kenai is a shared responsibility. It's not just government's job or strictly industry's accountability. It's a duty that each of us must assume. We're all environmental decision makers, and we can all make a difference.